Yeah, myself Adi Narayanan, and today we are going to discuss about constraints. So this is part of SQL training part 5. So there are part 1, SQL training part 1, SQL training part 2, SQL training part 3, and SQL training part 4. So you can go and watch all those videos before you see this video. So in this part 5, SQL training part 5, we are going to discuss about SQL constraints. Okay, SQL constraint, just a minute. Okay, SQL constraint. So we are going to discuss about SQL constraints. So if you see here, there is not null, unique, primary key, foreign key, check, default, index. See what is now we are going to see primary key as the first part. So, okay. Now a combination of not null and unique uniquely identifies each row in a table. So how many rows are there in our table? When you go to our table, how many rows are there in our table? So here one, two, three, four, five, six. There are six rows in the table. See, is there any way that we can identify a single row by using a unique column? There is no. So, for example, if I give Adi Narayanan, I am getting two rows. This is not the right way. If I give select star from CUS where customer name equal to Adi Narayanan, then I will get two records. So that so there is no a unique key to identify this both the record. There is no unique key to identify this between these two records. So this is not the right step. Always when you design a table, you should have a column. You should have a column which contain unique values. Each row should contain unique values. Whereas here this row this and this row all the values are unique, whereas this is not unique. These two are unique. This column for all row, it does not contain a unique values. See, this one is one Ramesh, Ravi, Sonia, Gautam. Okay, but this is having a default. Sorry, duplicate. So as per the table, you should have one column, any column that should contain unique value. So how to ensure that you can make that column as primary key? See, for example, if you are control C, control V. So here I'm going to create another one column called CUSCUS-ID, customer ID. So when you join in a company, you will have an employee ID and your name, employee name. The employee name may be duplicate. Two employee may have same name, Senthil Kumar, each but but that two employee will have different employee ID. So now I am going to create one column called cus ID, and what is the data type? So in some company they will create an employee ID combination of name and alphabet. Some company will create a employee ID with only number. Say for example, in our case, in our Neo Bank, we are going to create customer ID combination of both number and character. Say for example, we are going to so in that scenario, uh, shall we use data type as integer or varchar? Integer will not work out. Integer int, then this column will store only numbers, numeric value. So, but we are going to store combination of our employee ID, that is customer ID is going to be combination of character and number. So I use varchar. So what is the maximum length of a employee ID? It can be 10, not more than 10. So most probably. Okay. Now customer ID varchar, comma. Now already there is a table called customer. If you want to delete the table, that is drop the delete is deleting the record. Drop DROP. Drop is to drop the table. That is to delete the table itself. CUS. Okay. drop table name. So now what we are doing, we are deleting the table. Now we deleted the table. See, SELECT select star FROM from CUS. See here, select. What is the thing that you are getting after this statement? Table payroll cursor does not exist. Payroll is a database name. So you will know what is database name when you see the SQL training part 3. Okay, now, so this cusses the table. Table does not, because we drop the table. Delete is to delete the record in the table, whereas drop is to drop entire table. So you drop the table. Now let's create the table. Now describe. If you make DESC, what will happen? Describe CUS. Is there any table called cus? No. Now, since we developed, see, table payroll does not exist. Now we added this column. We added this column. Let's create this table. Let me see here. A table is created. Now, if you select the values from the table, how many rows will there be available? No rows. Just we created the table. See what are the column now? We introduced column called customer ID, customer name, age, city, status. Okay. Now describe table. So it will describe the table. So field, what is the field type, null, key, default, extra, all those things. Okay, now what we do, let's insert a record. Let's insert this record into this table. Control V. So what is missing? CUS hyphen ID. Come on. And customer ID is alphanumeric, right? So for example, Neobank, NEO 2345. This is a customer ID. When you go to company, you have employee ID, right? Same way, here we are introducing a customer ID. And if I execute, insert, right? This one is insert. If I execute this, see one row inserted. Then select and see what are the values in the table. See here, customer ID is this one, name is this one, age is this one, Chennai is this one, and status something. Okay, now we created a table, right? We created a table. Can I store duplicate values in customer ID? Yeah, as of now, I didn't mention anything, so I can create a duplicate key. See here, duplicate key in the sense, if I run again, Control C, Control V, Control V, Ramesh, RAMES, Ramesh, and age around 54, and status 1, and HYD Hyderabad. So if I run, see, I executed, then it is having the customer ID. Can a customer ID be duplicate? Can you allow, can two customer in a bank can have same ID? Can two employee in a company can have same ID? No. So then your table creation is wrong. So now what we should do, you should create a table and make this column as primary key so that it will not allow duplicate values and null value. NULL. So that's why you read here, right? Primary key, a combination of not null and unique. Not null and unique primary key. Okay. So you should the table creation is wrong. So what you can do, so now we are going to see this is wrong. Customer ID cannot have duplicate values. Wrong. So you make this column as primary key. If you have this column as primary key, you will make this column as a primary key. What we will do? Drop. Right? I dropped it. Introduce primary key. PRIMARY. Primary KEY. I drop the table. Again, I create the table. I dropped in the sense I deleted the table, deleted the table. Now I am creating the table again. Okay, now I created the table. Let me insert. Yeah, I inserted one row. Let me see what is the, see here, there is one row. There is one row available. So now I will try to insert another row. Another row. Yeah, this will insert Ramesh. Age 54. City location Hyderabad. City Hyderabad. Status is equal to 1, meaning active. And see, customer ID, same customer ID. same customer ID. Before we could able to insert a record with a duplicate customer ID. Now, since we made this describe table, since we made, see this as a primary key, see primary PRI, this as a primary key, it will not allow duplicate values or NULL null value. So this one, let me try this one. Let me try this one. See here your error. Duplicate entry NEO2345 customer ID is duplicate. So that's the main use of primary key. So now your table will not contain duplicate values in this row, in this column, in this column, in this column. But this column, this column, this column, this column can have duplicate value according to the table you created. According to the table you created, this column cannot contain duplicate values. See, for example, if I make here, okay, now if I enter, it will allow. See here, this is created. Select star from. See here. Okay. So now this column will not allow duplicate key because it is a primary key. We mentioned to MySQL server that this column is primary key. So when you send a query, when you send the query to database, here how will you send the query to database? MySQL server, select and run. In real time, we will send this query inside a Java method, and the Java will send this query to the MySQL server. Now we are using MySQL tool to send this query to MySQL server. So that's the things that you know. Even in previous training session, I explained about this one. Okay, create another one customer. Create another one customer. What is the customer number? Anything can be customer number, can be anything, anything. So if I can a customer have customer name be same? Yeah, two customer can have a name as Ramesh, and his age is 20. He is from Bangalore, Bangalore, and anything. But name is same. Yeah. Now will it allow? Yeah, it will allow because only this is primary key. That is, this will not allow duplicate. This can be duplicate. Custom name can be duplicate. In a company, your employee ID cannot have two employee cannot have same employee ID, but employee name can be same. So now this will allow and we can enter. So now we corrected one issues where we are not, your table will not have duplicate entries in the column called customer ID. That's the main use of primary. That is the main use of primary. Okay. Okay. So now you understood. Let me select this one and show to you. So here, see here, this is different ID, this is different ID, this is different ID. Karthi and Karthi, Karthi, Ramesh, 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 two names are same. Yeah, it can be same. As per your, if you are going to make this as primary key, here this column will not allow duplicate key. Is it right? No, it is not right. Because two customer can have same name, you should be able to enter into the system. Otherwise, it will be a problem. Then, if two people have same name, only one can create an account as per your table design. So that is wrong. So you should know which column you can make as a primary key. Sometimes you can make combination of these two column as a combination of these two column as a primary key. See composite key. See composite. COMPOSITE. Composite key. Type in Google composite key, MySQL composite key. You will get enough details related to that, and probably that's the right way of learning. Anyway, I will also explain, but so you should be able to learn from there. That's the right way. Okay, now what we learned primary key. So another one problem. We solved one problem duplicate. Now, as per this, as per this, a combination of not null and unique, this column, primary column, uniquely identify each row in the table. Is it right? Uniquely identify each row in the table. Yeah, by using this column, you can identify unique record by means of unique. You can uniquely identify a particular record. If you give customer name, sorry, customer ID, it will select only one row. At any point of time, it will not select more than one row. So that's the thing. That's why here I mentioned. If you see last training, and if you see the last, if you see this one, our that's the mention of selecting single record. So your where condition will have the primary key column values or unique key column values. So this is one. This is selecting multiple records. So how will you select a single record? By using a primary key column. By using a primary key column. If we give in where condition select star from how SELECT select star FROM from column. What is the column name? CUS hyphen ID where WHEF where CUS hyphen ID equal to, see, if I give customer ID, what is the customer ID? NEO1111. It will at any point of time this record is going to retrieve only one record, right? What is the problem here? Table cus ID does not exist. This one is not cus ID, it is table name. Cus. So you see here error table. There is no table called cus ID. There is no, only column is available. So now this will work. Here it will going to retrieve only one record. At any point of time, according to your table, this column will not have duplicate value. So it is going to give you either one record or zero record. If you are entering wrong, if you are entering wrong customer ID, then it will not display any row. That's it. But either 0 or 1 according to your table. And cust ID, if you are going to use cust ID in your where condition, it is going to send you only one row or a 0 row. That's it. So see, and if I select star from cust, so if you give neo, if you give neo 1 2 3 4 5 2, 3, 4, 5, then you are going to get one row. See, only one row. Okay, now you know what is primary key, how to add the primary key constraint as part of your table, and you saw that one. Can you enter null value? Say, for example, can you enter a null value? Control C, Control V, null, NULL. So, null. So, will this record work? See here, cus ID cannot be null, but cus ID, customer ID cannot be null. As per your primary key constraint, cus ID cannot be null or it cannot be duplicate. So, NU, anything 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and can this be null? Can your name be null? NULL. So, I will try to execute this record. Yeah, see here, it accepted null. Can a name be null in a bank database? You entered one record. You entered one record. See here, you entered one record where name is null, no name. How can you enter a? How can you create a customer in a bank? You are creating an application and you are designing a table. If they are going to, if they are not typing the name in the form in the screen, HTML screen that is in browser, and if you are going to store null value into the table, this is not at all right. So how will you ensure during creation of the table? You should ensure that at any point of time, this custom name should not be null. They should enter something, meaning when you send an SQL query to the MySQL server, always your name, customer name should be there. How will you ensure? Make not 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 NULL. This is how you are going to do. NULL. Okay. Then what you should do now? Then what? So it is allowing null value. You should not allow it to have a null value. So your table creation is wrong. Your table query is wrong. Your table query, this should not be the table query. This should not be your table query. Probably the query should be something like this. NOT not NULL. Can age be null? No. NOT not NULL. Can city be null? No. Always you should send to database with all this value. You should not contain, meaning you should send some value. NU not null. NOT not NULL. This one also should not 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 NULL. So now what we can do, drop the table dr okay, drop tble cus. Okay, create this table. We'll create the table. Actually, you can use alter command. So no need to drop the table. You can alter the table. You can alter the existing table. Update is no modify the existing record. Update command we wrote, right. That is to update the existing record. Whereas alter, ALTR, alter command. Alter command. See here. The alter table. This you should read. You can alter the table. Alter table, table name, add. You can add a column. You can delete a column. You can add a constraint, delete a constraint. All these things. Read this one. This is to alter the table. No, update record is different. Alter table, you are altering the table, that is different. Read this one, alter table, probably will get. That's all should be self-learned. And if you have any doubt, you can contact me. And so this all you should be able to learn self. If you depend on others, then probably you don't have the capacity to work in an IT industry, frankly speaking. So you should be able to learn on your own once you get some base idea. So what I'm trying to give you is some base idea. So this is more than enough. Even this much is not needed. Okay, anyway, for a non-computer student or people who don't have an exposure about SQL, so now you got enough information. From here, you should be able to read on your own. All the details are available internet, and you can go there and probably you can read. Now, once I complete this training, if you saw all my videos, you will have enough knowledge. From there, you can do on your own. So if any point of time, if you feel that you could not able to get all the things, then certainly you are not that much efficient to work in IT. That's how you should think. That's how you should feel. But to my knowledge, since you are a graduate like B, MSc, MCA, or any BSc, so already you completed degree, all will have enough capability to read on your own. So I feel that all will have the capacity to read on your own. So so that's how. So now what I created a table with this one. Now if I'm going to execute before this query is giving error, right? Before this query is giving error, right? Now Control V. I will try to run this one. Before this query is accepted, you could able to enter, null, nothing, no value, null. So now if I run this one, I am getting a see here, column custom cannot be null because you mentioned not null. This is the right table. So you cannot enter, you should have some value with this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Since you made it as a primary key has two validation. It will do two validation. One is unique and another one not null. So in not null, you can send default values. Anyway, now if you make this one, what is this customer name, right? Ramesh. If see what is the one, select the star from sorry, SELECT select star FRO from CUS. Okay, let me try this one. There is no record, right? There is no record. What we do now, we will enter the record. We will enter all these three record. Okay, three record entered. I go down and select star from plus. So there is three record. Ramesh, Karthi, Ramesh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some three record are there. Now, this is not a duplicate value. Customer is unique. So this one I can give RAMESH. Ramesh, see, RAMESH. Will it allow? Yeah, it will allow. Only not null. It will not check for duplicate. This column database you inform to MySQL server, check this column whether null or not null. So if it is null, it will not allow. If it is not null, it will allow. Even a duplicate, it will allow. This will work. See here, it got what? Fourth record entered. Fourth record entered. See here, fourth record. Same name. Fourth record came on. Just a minute. Here, is this ID available? First ID, name, age, city. Let me try this one. No, error code. Unknown column, Ramesh. So why unknown column? You didn't give single quotes because it's varchar, right? That's why. Let me run this one. See inserted. See inserted and let me execute this one. Duplicate value. So according to you, this should not contain null and a duplicate value. According to you, this cannot contain null, but it can contain duplicate. If you don't want to duplicate here, then you should introduce a constraint. You introduce a constraint. What are the constraints available? Introduce a constraint. See here SQL constraint. Unique. Unique. Okay. Ensure that all values in the column are different. But anyway, can you apply unique UNIQUE? Is it right? It is not right. Then if you make this one unique, according to you, this column cannot contain same name. How can a customer in a bank, there will be a customer who has same name? Yeah, Ravi. Two customer can be here, but customer ID is different. So this is not right. So you should not enter this one here. If you email ID, how about email ID? If you have an email ID, email, email. So don't do this one here. Let me go down, Control C, Control V. Let me introduce one email. Email hyphen hyphen ID. Then what will happen? What is the data type? Varchar. Email can be combination of email, can be combination of letter and numbers. So this one. So not null. Okay, not null. But this should be unique. Why? UNIQUE. Not null and unique. Why? Two customers should not have same mail ID. If two customer has same mail ID, what will happen? If you send a password, then for the two customer it will go. Email will go. How can if two customer can have a same email ID? So then so that why you are applying not null. So how can a customer can have a mail ID as null? Then how will you send an email to him? Same way mobile number. What should be the mobile number? Mobile number should be integer and not null unique. That should be the data type. No, if you are going to write table, this table first we created one table, right? That is not, this is not a right table. This table is right. This is not a right table. All column are okay, data type are okay, but it will accept null. This also accept null. This also accept null. This also accept null. This accept duplicate. There is nowhere that you can identify a record uniquely. So you don't have a primary key here. So this table is not right, but this table now it is right. Now if you have email ID, let me drop the table. DROP drop, PABLE drop the table. You can use alter, don't use drop. So here I am using drop since we are learning. I don't want to go on confuse you with all the things. That's why CVS drop is not the way. Alter, existing table will be there and you can give an alter command. It will go and alter the one. So drop the table. So now create this table. Yeah, create this table. Then insert the record. How you are going to insert the record? Control C, Control V, insert into cursor. Where is email ID? Here. You can mention email ID anywhere, but here email. No need to follow the order. This order and this order should be same. This can be first you can make email ID, then you can make customer ID, but the order here and here should be same. So in the order before status, we are going to write on email ID. So slash u dot gmail dot gmail.com. Okay. Now if I'm going to enter this one, insert unknown column called email. What is the column name? What is the column? column name email underscore ID. So this is right. See, we entered a record. See here, this one is ID, name, age, city, email ID, at you should make at, okay, anyway, so there. So that is not an issue. You will accept whatever you are going to type. Email validation. So this is not a proper email. Where you should do the validation? You should do in the screen browser. When you enter by using JavaScript, you should validate whether you are entering proper email ID. Adinarayanan at gmail.com. Here you see dot, not right. Then you should have checked there itself. If you are not going to check, then you are going to enter whatever he is going to enter in the text field, and that is going to come there. Then you are not going to send email to him. Then there is a lot of problems. So validation should be done in the JavaScript in the screen that you will learn when you learn Java web application, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. So there you understand. Now here whatever is the varchar, right? This is the varchar. Whatever you are going to enter, if it is going to be combination of alphanumeric, then just it enters there. So now if I try to enter control C, if I try to enter control V, if I try to enter here, make at at AD HIMARAYAN, my email ID, you are in RNA, you, okay, then control S. Now what will happen if I make this as null? Will it work? NULL, will it work? It won't work because your, what is this one? City cannot be null. See here, city cannot be null. City, it won't allow you null value. So Bangalore, BANGLU, sorry, Bangalore. Okay, control S. Let me try this one. This also will give error. Why? Duplicate key. So according to you, this is a primary key, right? It cannot be duplicate. So 4, 7. Now will it work? Yeah, it will work. Okay, now control. So now select this one. Select this one. Control V. Can your email will be can? So I change. I will also let me change this another one record. This one ADHI Bangalore. Now is it a proper record? No. This is okay. Different ID, name, can something, age, Bangalore, but email ID. See, both the customers going to have the same email ID. You are entering. You are entering. Will it work? According to a table, it will not allow because you made unique, not null and unique. See, you are getting error. Duplicate entry you adinara@gmail.com for the key email ID. So that's the thing. When you create a table, you have to apply the constraint. What are the constraints we applied? Primary key, not null, unique. When you go and see here, what are the things we learned? Not null, unique, primary key. Next, we are going to learn foreign key. Next, we are going to learn what is foreign key. So now you understood what is the importance of primary key, not null, unique. When you create a table, then you are going to apply all these things, and the number of character that you are asking MySQL server to reserve. So you reserved 10. What is the value that you sent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7. But if you try to send 8, 9, 10, 11, then it will show an error. It will show. But this is right. This customer ID is unique. This is right. But it will show an error. So what is the error? Data too long. See here. Data too long for the customer ID because you mentioned only 10 characters. 10 character, but you are entering 11. That's wrong. This is also no duplicate email ID. See again, duplicate email ID may not be entered. You cannot enter duplicate email ID. Now your table is, you are ensuring in your table that you applied proper constraints. See here, now it is allowed, and see what is the select 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 star FRY and found CUS. See now you know how to create a table, how to drop the table, how to insert record, select a single record, select a multiple record, delete record, update record. So you know all that. And choose which column can be primary key, which column can be primary key, which column should be unique, and which column should not be null, and which column should not be null and unique. You learned all those things. Next one, we are going to learn foreign key. So probably we will see foreign key, parent-child table, and join queries in next session. That is SQL training 6. Okay. Thanks for your time.